Heyung Wimalyo, that means welcome friends to my little gathering garden here in Topanga Canyon. And I've been here 42 years. I've been here before the state park. I've been here before the fences. And I've been part of the wildlife here. And Topanga Canyon is the juxtaposition, the joint between the Gabrielino Tongva people and the Chumash people, and different languages, different cultures, but the same environment. And they learned how to relate with each other, to communicate with nature. And one of the things we talk about is that we have a saying that I think Craig Torres, Gabrielino Tongva, coined, is relatives, not resources. And so the concept the Lakota have is we are all related. So that means that the ground that we stand on is an ancestor. The other animals and the birds who are part of the environment are relatives. The plants are relatives. And so we try to keep what we call the dynamic balance. And we see each other holding hands in a network with a give and take of the dynamic balance of the earth and the universe even, of each one giving a little, taking a little, but keeping the dynamic balance. So that's what we try to do here in Topanga. And so coming through here has always been a corridor for the deer, for the animals that prey on the deer, for the ground squirrels that prey on my plants, for all of the different creatures that come through. And I have a statue here of a mountain lion, and it's in honor of a bobcat that had been killed by ingesting rodents that had been poisoned. And one of the things I feel strongly about is not using rodenticides, not killing the prey for the larger animals with something that will kill them too. And maybe your dog and maybe your cat, but doing away with rodenticides. And it really pleases me to know that finally there will be an overpass going across the 101 for wildlife hopefully to find their way, because they need wider territory. There's a book. We have a little free library out here in front. Hawk. It's listening to the story. Yeah, it's a Cooper's hawk listening to our story. So we have a little free library that we're putting in, and one of the books that's going to be available for the kids to read is The Cat That Changed America, which is the story of P-22. And it really impressed me, and it really showed the concept of even mountain lions having friends among the other animals and keeping that balance and that respect for each other. So welcome to my garden, Kitty Wishcha Corner. So today I'd like to tell you a story that was told to me by Dean Dominguez of the Katanamak people. And it's a story about the baby mountain lion. And so not so long ago, somewhere in the higher mountains, maybe the San Jacintos, maybe the lower Sierras, there was a mother mountain lion, and she knew she was going to have a baby very soon. So she wanted to go out hunting to get something to tide her over while she was giving birth and raising this new cub. So she went over by the stream and saw that there was prey on the other side of the stream. So she jumped across the stream and went hunting, crouching low, looking for the prey. Found some, grabbed it in her teeth, but in the meantime there had been a big thunderstorm up the river. thunderstorm, and the water came rushing down the river, gushing and rushing and tumbling. And by the time she got to the river, it was huge. It was so wide, she didn't know what to do, and she was feeling that life starting to move and starting to be ready to be born. She didn't know what to do, so she crouched down and she tried to leap that rushing stream. Oh no, the baby gave birth, came out at that time, boom, into the water, tumbling down that river. And the mother is going, my baby is gone. Oh, I pray that someone cares for my baby. And the baby tumbled down the river, finally came to a little cove by a mountain meadow. and in the meadow were a bunch of mountain sheep. They were grazing, and one mother sheep looked up and saw this little bundle come against the beach. She says, what is that? I better go down there and see what that is. So the mother sheep went down by the water, and there was a bundle of a baby right there. She said, I need the care for this baby. This can be my baby. So she pulled the baby up out of the water and nursed that baby, and the baby was able to drink the mountain sheep's milk and grew and loved that mountain sheep. Oh, mama, because, you know, for the first couple weeks, a mountain lion cub doesn't open its eyes. So when he opened his eyes, who did he see but his mother, who said to him, bah. And he said, oh, Mom, oh, bah. So weeks went by, the little mountain lion was growing bigger, nursing on the mountain sheep's milk. They were talking to each other, they were happy, bah, bah. Till finally one day, the mother mountain sheep says, it's time for you to start learning to eat grass. And so the baby mountain lion went down. It wasn't a taste that he really appreciated. Do I have to eat this? I'd rather suck the milk. So she says, yes, you're growing big. You need to start eating this grass. And so he started trying to chew the grass and chew the grass. And you know what happens when a cat chews grass? Hairballs. So the mountain lion baby was trying to be a mountain sheep and trying to eat the grass until one day, over in the distance, a male mountain lion who was looking for prey came upon the mountain sheep and said, yum. And he got upwind from them and started to come down. When they saw him coming, they ran away, leaving the little mountain lion munching on the grass. And the mountain lion man said, what are you doing? What are you doing eating grass? And the little mountain lion looked up at it and said, bah. And the mountain man said, bah? What kind of sound is that? Mountain lions go, roar. Of course, they really don't. They scream, but I'm not going to scream today. So the mountain lion baby looked up at him and said, who are you? And he said, you are a mountain lion like me. Come over here by the river. You look at me and you look at yourself in the river. And the baby mountain lion looked at himself in the river, and he looked up at the mountain lion. He said, oh, I'm like you. He said, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're just like me. Now let me hear you roar. Roar. That's better. Come with me. I'm going to teach you your language. I'm going to teach you how to hunt. And I'm going to teach you how to be a good mountain lion. And he says, but what about my mother? And he said, that wasn't your mother. I think I'm your father. And so the little mountain lion went off with the big mountain lion. And he started to learn to talk the mountain lion language. He started to hunt like a mountain lion. But he never forgot who saved him and who was his mother. So he became friends with the mountain sheep and never hunted them. He would hunt deer, he'd even hunt wood rats, but he would never hunt the mountain sheep because they had befriended him and cared for him. So this story tells us that, number one, it's important to honor your roots. Number two, it's important to love your friends and care for each other. And number three, with our mountain lions, we need to give them the space to roam. We need to give them the space to be themselves, and we need to give them the right to be who they are as we are who we are in that network of dynamic balance. You, Wilma.